Yo, here's every method to farm mythic shards, I guess. First thing you can do is go to the daily wheel, spin, and go for mythic shards. As you can see right there. You can also get other stuff over here, which is useful. So yeah, I would recommend to do the 4 times if you have a large amount of jewels, but if you don't, just load 3. Second method is the gold shop. As you can see, the gold shop has epic shards, legendary shards, and it also has mythic shards, which is pretty useful. And I myself am going to be buying the legendary shards because that's going to come in handy. So yeah, that is a second method. Third method is battle pass. You can get shards, traits, and all that. But the main thing we're looking at is the shards. And on screen there should be the calculated amount of shards you can get from battle pass with and without premium. The fourth way on farming charts is going over to boss rush. Boss rush, you have both shops, title rush, and the gully. So here you can get 5, and in gully you can also get 5, and then with a bonus of the other shards. And speaking of shards, let me just buy myself a few. Next method is gonna be the dungeon shop. So in dungeons, you can again also buy from, as you can see right here, 10. You can buy 10 mythic shards from both, if I'm not wrong. Yes, both you can buy 10. The next method is gonna be survival shop. Survival shop, you can get a maximum of 5, which when you add everything up together, it really reaches to a high amount. Also get shards from events, for example. Right, what's going on right now is the Easter event, but in a later date, when this is in there, there's other ways you can get shards. In the Easter event, you can use eggs to buy mythic shards right here. So I could buy a few for myself right now if I want. If I had 5 more, I could have bought full 10. And then obviously with all the shards you can. Along with that, there's also daily login for this, which is another really cool thing. So, yep. But again, this is event based, so it's not guaranteed that it's always there. And then another way to farm mythic shards is actually through Infinity Castle. So Infinity Castle, with their most recent update, has had a revamp, and you can get about 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 20, around 20 shards from just completing 100 rooms, which is pretty cool. So those are the farmable ones, I guess. This is the one time, this Imperial Castle and some of the others are one time, but the rest you can farm after every 2 days or so. But then the most effective is there are 2 ways. Either you can do portals, example the Soul Society. You can see there is a 8% chance to get it, along with a 40% chance to get legendary shards, which is pretty good. But if you can't do the Soul King Palace, you can do the Soul Society portal, which also gives shards, which you can get from the Infinite. And then the most thing a few people do is macroing challenges. You can set up a macro for your challenge and then just continuously do it every time. Another thing you could do is So yeah, it's really effective if you do this. I could set up a macro, for example, I'm banning Catherine. You could use probably Grammy only if you have Avatar or Glitch. Or you could also use Benimor Evolved. I'm not evolving myself, so yeah. So yeah, there's a reverse. If you want me to do this for rerolls, let me know. I could do that. Well, yeah. See you guys.